Hi, this is Andrew Robinson, and for some reason, you're about to listen to Keeping Up with the Cardassians. I can only imagine what that show is like.
It's wonderful, Mr. Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Don't do that to him.
It's Andrew Robinson.
Oh. Welcome to Keeping Up with the Cardassians. This is Nick.
This is Rob.
This is Joe.
Welcome to your source of all the cutting-edge news in pop culture, video games, TV shows, movies, music, toys, comics, so much more. All kinds of things.
Cutting edge.
A proud member of the KWUTC network.
You don't even know our own
KUWTC network.
Thank you. Keeping with us, Cardassians.
Keeping with us, the Cardassians. That actually works. Keeping with us, the Cardassians. But anyways, welcome, folks. As you know, we're working our way through the review of Star Trek The Next Generation. We're closing the season 2 today. And I can't wait to discuss this riveting episode. Wow. Probably the best episode of the series. Am I right, gentlemen?
Easily.
I'm teasing. I'm
easily the best episode.
Yeah. So anyways,
this episode was so bad. Thank God we only had to watch one.
Oh my gosh. You're supposed to say it's good so people want to stick with us until the end of it.
It's a classic.
The name of this episode, I can't even
Shades of Grey.
Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
Or, as we like to call it,
There's
there
no
was a
nudity.
writer's strike, so we're going to do a clip show. That's what it was. So, anyways, thanks for joining us.
Let me save you some time. Skip past our review of this episode and go right to the season 2 review.
Yeah.
So skip past at minutes
second-
like
the second-
36 to 50.
I mean, if that, let's be honest, it might not be that long. But yeah, we're gonna review that final episode, Shades of Grey, and then we'll go through an overall review of season 2, and we'll give you our thoughts and feelings on that. I know we've kind of briefly talked about it a little bit last week, considering that last week essentially was the season finales, really, if you think about it.
Should have ended there.
Huh?
Should have ended
It
there.
should have ended there.
Yes.
I mean, I guess we'll talk about this more. So, actually, we can kind of talk about this. What makes a show, and this isn't just Star Trek, but a lot of shows do it. What makes a show go, we need to do a clip show? Why do they do that? The
Budgetary.
Office,
It's all budgetary.
but it's stupid because no one likes the episode.
I like clip shows of shows I like.
What are some
Well,
things?
after season, I don't know, 7 or 9,
Yeah, exactly.
but not in
We're-
the second season.
Not as the set. Okay, here's the thing. Well, this sort of tips on reviewing. Yeah,
Just the tip.
but like not as a season finale,
yeah.
and not in the second season. How many clips you have in this after 2 seasons? I mean,
I know you don't really have
like
much to work
Seinfeld did
with.
it for their 100th episode. A lot of people do it. A lot of shows will do it for
Seinfeld
like
did-
a milestone.
Friends did it as well. I remember that one.
Friends did it?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
It aired 6 clip shows during its run. 6 clip shows.
Seinfeld did 2. They did.
That tells me one of the actors was out doing a movie,
Probably.
if I had to guess.
Yeah, that was
'Cause-
when David Schwimmer was trying to be big, and then Jennifer Aniston was too, and then Courtney Cox was filming Scream probably at some point.
But if you think of like any show that has any sort of decent run, especially historically,
They're gonna have clip shows.
shows aren't a thing of current day anymore.
No.
Because you don't have 25 episode seasons or anything
Well,
like
also, you can go to streaming to watch it, so you don't
Right.
need that memory
You don't-
part.
But like, I mean, there's no Stranger Things clip show. There's no episode where
Well, yeah, because it has to be a comedy to do a clip show. I think
Right.
You can't do a clip show with a series.
another feather in the cap against this episode.
It's an American classic, this episode.
But these are shows that have long runs, and they're doing it after several seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, Seinfeld did it for their 100th episode, and then the basically the bumper to the the series finale.
How I Met Your Mother did the entire show.
Yeah, that's true.
So did Lost.
Yeah.
Scrubs had a really good clip show
No, they
episode
didn't.
called My Deja Vu, My Deja Vu, where it was basically not a clip show, but they kept repeating scenes from previous, they reenacted
Christ.
them. Oh my
Sounds
gosh.
so unfunny. And while we're at it, can we I want to ban those two from any sort of
Commercials.
Wait. They're in one with Jason Momoa.
I know.
No,
you know how
no,
bad they are? They're
no.
ruining Jason Momoa for me.
Impossible.
No, it's possible.
No,
Those
it's
two
not.
they're just the worst. They're not funny. Oh my God, they're not funny. It's exhausting.
I did look up, like, on Reddit, has there ever been a good clip show? And here's some of the ones that it mentions. The second episode of Clerks, the animated series, was a clip show consisting of clips from the first episode, which is freaking hilarious.
Okay, that's funny.
So you're kind of making fun of those. Simpsons 138th episode spectacular, hosted by Troy McClure.
138th episode spectacular.
Community did a great. They did a fake clip show.
I'll say
episode.
it's a fake clip show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a fake one. The writers of Lost described their episode The Other 48 Days as a clip show for the alternate first season that focused on the other set of survivors. That wouldn't be a clip show, though.
No. But I was joking when I said Lost as a clip show because they do so many flashbacks. They're just clips.
That was my How I Met Your Mother joke. Yeah.
Yeah, they're similar in that they use flashbacks to piece together what led up to. So no, I wouldn't consider
They
that.
mention another Scrubs episode because they did do a clip show episode. And the beginning of the episode, JD even says he is replaying the memories over like a clip show of a TV show where the writers ran out of good ideas. That's funny, you jackass.
I'm Joe. I don't like good TV except for Lost.
You know, Star Trek Voyager did a clip show one where it was in the 7th season. It was one where they were in like a temporal thing and like they were walking through different, like when they would go to a different bridge, they'd be in a different era of the ship. That's a good one.
Did they do that because this one was so successful?
Yeah, they wanted it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, let's do that again.
But they did it where they would be walking into the era and they would be there. Like, so like Captain Janeway would be watching Captain Janeway do some things, right? So they still did it in a way that was original, unlike, today's episode. So anyway, there can be good clip shows. There can be. I can't believe Friends had 6 of them. Holy.
Okay, question. If you're binging a show, like I'm constantly watching Seinfeld. It's always in the mix, right?
Speaking of shows that aren't funny.
Oh my God.
What's the deal with airline peanuts?
Oh my God, you guys are morons. I don't know why. I'm going to one of our other shows. I'm just going to stay there. But when you're streaming something and you're watching it like in sequential order, would you skip a clip show or would you watch it?
I'd skip this one that we're about to review. It depends. I don't remember them all that well.
In a rewatch, I would skip it. In a rewatch, I absolutely would. Like if I'm seeing it for the first time, then sure I'll sit through it. But like I'm not going to be like watching TV and I'm like, oh no, it's a clip show episode, and then turn it off. I'll be like, oh okay, greatest hits. I'll watch it.
I think most sitcoms that have a run over maybe 4 seasons at some point have a clip show,
especially in the 80s and probably 90s.
Yeah. Golden Girls was one it mentioned as having a clip show as well. Mm-hmm. So I could see that.
Family Ties have a clip show,
probably. Everybody on that show aged so much during the 8 years it was on.
I know.
It really did, didn't it?
Speaking of Family Ties, okay. So do you know the song At This Moment that was the hit? It was by Billy Vera and the Beaters.
I don't think I do. At least
it was in a scene with Michael J. Fox
if
and
the
his
internet
girlfriend.
worked,
Okay.
I would play it here.
You know you're on your phone on the internet.
I can't play it
Yeah.
through here. I guess I could Bluetooth it.
I mean, we did solve this for you earlier when we said you could use your hotspot. This is neither here nor there.
It's underwear.
We'll just go back and say you could use your hotspot, bro.
So that song was a hit for I think their only hit, Billy Vera and the Beaters. It was from Family Ties. And I was watching King of Queens the other night, and it's one of my favorite shitty sitcoms of all time.
Sure, yeah.
And I saw Billy Vera and the Beaters come up in the credits. For the entire run I've ever been watching this show, I didn't know that they did the theme song to...
Oh, I didn't realize that they did the theme song
For
either.
King of Queens?
Yeah. And it makes sense.
I'm trying to think of the theme song now.
All right, hold...
Here we go.
Men. Wait, not that one?
That's not them.
That is 2.5 Men.
That's 2.5 Men. I'm playing the At This Moment. I'm waiting until it's ready to go. And
Ironically, he's not playing it at
this moment at all.
This one's called At This Moment.
Yes. You'll know it. You should know it.
What did you think?
You know the song?
Yeah.
I would do
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
this moment?
I believe, I don't know the scene, but it was Michael J. Fox and his girlfriend.
Okay.
when they were breaking up.
I think so.
Yeah.
It sounds like a breakup scene.
It is a breakup song. I love this song.
All right. So King of
Queens.
Queen's theme song. So that's a nice poll, just for the record.
Yeah.
That's a very nice poll, sir.
It's getting tight.
I love this song.
I hate the show so much.
Why?
I hate the show where you have a fat man who's an idiot is married to a super attractive woman. It's not realistic. It's not.
You think she's super attractive?
Compared to him?
Back then, probably.
Let me ask you a question. Would you want to be married to Kevin James?
Yeah, he's hilarious. There's always going to be good food. There's going to be good food.
Not necessarily. When you...
Was he a mailman or what was
He was
UPS
UPS worker. Yeah, like
IPS.
Yeah.
IPS, sorry.
Oh, I got the actual clip from Family Ties where they yeah, there's poor Michael J. Fox thinking about his girl.
At a school desk.
Oh, he's going to do a flashback.
Clip show.
Clip show.
Yeah.
They be dancing.
Oh, look at this. It's a tie-in.
They may be doing a dirty dancing.
Yeah. That would be a trip. And then Patrick Swayze shows up.
It's a family tie-in.
Nice.
Yeah. Good play. Good play. I like it.
So I never noticed
Picasso.
What?
It's a TikTok thing.
Jesus, get off TikTok,
Jesus.
for fuck's sake.
You've never heard that?
Grow up. Just grow up.
You guys suck.
It's a TikTok
We suck
thing?
because we're not on TikTok constantly.
I'm not on it constantly.
Our
Just-
text thread says otherwise.
I've said I can't watch these.
I know.
And you keep sending them.
and I'm going to keep sending. And you know what? The other day, though, I screenshotted one because I knew you wouldn't be able to watch it. And I'm like, he would
So,
appreciate
You can
this
screen
one.
record them and just send them. You know that, right? If you
So
wanna
what
do the
happened?
work?
What happened?
Screen record them?
You didn't know you could screen record
How do you
them?
screen
God.
record?
You don't really?
How do you screen
Aren't you
record?
the Apple? And
Oh, you.
dude, are
How do you screen
Are
record?
you serious?
I'm serious, bro. I'm
All right,
serious.
all right. 3,
What?
2, 1.
I got
Boom.
it.
Now everything he's doing on his phone right now.
I
is,
gotta put it as one of my.
Now I'm literally recording everything I'm doing.
I gotta
on my phone.
record.
Does it record the audio when you play a video though?
Yes.
See?
Well, as long as it's not copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
But from YouTube you can. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you've just changed my life.
Are you serious?
You're going to start getting TikToks again
Oh, thanks, asshole.
as I close my private browser windows to go to the. You're going to be like, Nick, do you mean to record that?
Don't worry, you can edit if you need to.
Wait, what did you just close?
Nick, you're really into some. Weird
You really didn't know about the
things.
screen recording option?
I did not know.
Wow.
I did not know. I did not know there was like it was built in. I know you can screen record,
Yeah, it's-
but I thought you had to
Oh, yeah.
download apps for it. But I didn't realize it was built in.
Android had it years ago, by the way. Years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was a grainy video and it sucked.
Android had everything first, and
But
then
it-
Apple comes in and perfects it. That's the problem.
And then takes credit for it.
and then takes credit. Like
It's fine.
when
Look
they
at swiping.
when
Look
they
at how
put-
we can do it now.
when
It's
they
fine.
put widgets on the home screen, they're like, "We got widgets now." It's like Google phones have had that for a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they were like, yeah, but nobody cared. So Now that we have it.
Google phones are great. Like the Pixel phones are really good phones. Really good phones.
Customize them. That's what's great about them.
Everything they really are. Like
Yeah.
even as an Apple guy, where all my products are Apple, I still to this day kind of miss my Google phone. It was great. It worked so well.
You've even put a Apple sticker over your Tesla logo on your car.
Exactly.
That's how
yeah, I
into
know.
Apple you are.
It's
That's how much of a
How do you cover
loyalist.
that I love Elon on your car though?
Yeah.
I do not love Elon.
It looks like it's carved in blood.
That guy. Well, yeah, it's part of the pact you have to make when you get a Tesla. You have to sign it with blood.
When you drive to Ohio, strike two, by the way.
Yeah, Cleveland though. Cleveland rocks.
Yeah, Cleveland sucks. What are you buying a car from Ohio for?
Because you have to for a Tesla. You can't buy them in Michigan because you have to buy it. You have to buy through a middleman in Michigan. There's laws that restrict your ability.
So buy through the middleman.
You cannot do a direct buy. You can't do it because Tesla refuses to have middlemen. It keeps their prices lower.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Think about.
Not according to their website.
Mine was like 33,000. Yeah, which was significantly cheaper than my Ford Edge that I got from Marty Pearson at Bill Brown Ford.
As you're bashing the price, hey, Bill Brown Ford.
I do like no.
As that guy from that other fucking guy.
No, I do.
That knucklehead.
So here's my thing. Okay, we're switching gears from clip shows now. We're going into my complaints about electric vehicles. Okay, my complaints about electric vehicles. They are no cheaper to own than a gas powered vehicle. They talk about the gas savings, right? Mm-hmm. All BS, because when it comes to car registration time, I got hit with a $300 electric car fee on top of my normal registration fee. So it was like $450 to register my car. In addition, I just had to switch my car insurance last month. I was with Progressive Car Insurance. When Leslie had her Jeep and I had my Ford Edge, we were paying $150 a month for car insurance. All right. So I got my Tesla after my Ford Edge, right? Mm-hmm. Car insurance went to $250 a month. So an extra $100 a month for my Tesla.
Paying that eye roll fee.
Then 2 weeks ago, I get a message from Progressive that says your rates are going up again. $350 a month. So I had to pay an extra $200 a month for the Tesla. So needless to say, we're no longer with Progressive, but I'm still.
But you're still with Tesla. Tesla's fine.
I can't get rid of the Tesla. I got a lease, man.
I know, because you're stuck in Michigan. You can't sell this fucking thing.
No, you can't.
It's a pyramid scheme.
No, Tesla actually makes you say where you're not going to get.
You have to sign a contract.
You cannot sell it within those.
What
3
have you
years.
done? You have really screwed yourself.
Hey,
I'm stuck.
hey, it just proves the guy doesn't recognize a cult a mile away.
I know. Nick, do you think you could get sucked into a cult?
It's not a cult.
Oh my God! You bought a car you can't get rid of.
I know.
And you signed.
You know what you bought? You bought a timeshare on wheels.
I did.
You can't get rid of this thing.
But it farts, and that's pretty
Jesus.
cool. It does.
But you fart, so
I know. So we have a lot in common already. Me and the car.
I don't know why you need extra farts.
He just says, "Is it me or car?" When he's in the car with the family.
And it has light shows. I
my
just
God,
learned
yeah.
that I can program light shows, and guess what light show that I'm getting ready to program into my car? Star Trek: The Next Generation. Bam, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, with the lights going crazy. You
Yeah,
remember-
I want to see it.
Can you accidentally program a light show that burns your car to the ground, and then you're?
Oh, the battery might do that on its own.
That's true. But play the long game.
Fair. So there's that note, first of all, on Tesla. The second note on Tesla that I want to share with you is about the Cybertruck, okay?
The thing is ugly as hell.
I've seen several of them.
It's so ugly.
696. There's always one on 696.
Is it the one with the QR code on it?
I don't remember.
There's one with it. There's one that looks polished with a QR code.
But it's hideous.
It's so
They're
ugly.
so
I
ugly.
like it though. That's what's so weird about
Jesus
it. I'm never
Christ.
gonna own it. So
There was a picture on the internet, a meme. You know what those things are? Memes? Not on TikTok, Nick. Sorry. But it had a Tesla parked next to another truck that goes, man, the difference between N64 graphics and PS5 is crazy.
That's pretty good. I like that. Well, so this is bashing the Tesla truck too, actually, and it goes back to the insurance game. Apparently, there was an article that came out that said these cars are almost impossible to insure. Most providers are not insuring them because they're so expensive to repair, and because of the way the panels are, like you get one dent in it, and it's like a $4,500 repair. The windshield alone, I think, is $2,800 if you.
I
crack the
heard that.
windshield.
Yep.
So insurance providers
The
are like,
windshield's massive.
I know.
so insurance providers are like, we're not going to insure this thing, and they want no part of it. Which, so if you're lucky to get insurance, you're going to pay $500-$600 a month to insure a Tesla truck.
Let's go to SafeLight.
called
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace. Speaking of cults, we both fell right in the line on that one.
I got nothing to say to that. I got nothing.
So I was talking with Leslie about this the other day, and we're like, we spend a lot of time mocking car creators now because they're not creative, right? They kind of, all cars look fairly the same, right? An F-150 looks like a Dodge Ram, which looks like a Toyota Tacoma. They all kind of look the same. But there's a reason for that.
Except for F-150s look better, right? Bill Brown, Marty
Bill
Pearson?
Brown, Ford, Marty Pearson. Think Ford first. They all look the same for the most part, but it's because repairability, right? It's easier to repair. It's easier to replace. And it's just
As soon as
cheaper.
you go too far out of the box, the repair cost of panels or whatever it might be
Right.
would be insane.
Yeah,
It'd be a
that's-
Tesla truck.
Yeah, that's the problem with the Tesla truck. Or like people always talk about wanting to own a Lamborghini, but what they don't tell you is to get an oil change, it's like $2,500 for an oil change in a Lamborghini, and you're supposed to do it every 1,000 miles. Like
Every 1,000 on one of those?
yeah, it's like absurd. Or like when you get the tires rotated, it's like $1,500. Like
Yeah, but it's. I'm sure.
if you
I'm
can
sure
afford those
if you-
vehicles,
if you,
it's not
like,
a big deal.
Yeah, if you
right?
can afford a Lamborghini, I'm sure
You guys
you're
just talked
driving
me out of it. Dang it.
I would never want a Lamborghini.
I was totally buying one.
I could never imagine you in a Lamborghini.
No.
Lambo doors.
Lambo doors? Butterfly doors.
Those butterfly doors are sweet.
Yeah, $2,500 for a. Yeah, that's just the price you pay. It's rich tax.
It
I
is.
want butterfly doors on my F-150.
You should do it.
Butterfly kisses.
No.
I don't know the rest of the
No.
words of that song. I just know butterfly kisses.
And that's enough. That is enough of that song.
That is enough of that song.
Is there any actual news? Anything going on?
Yeah, there is actual news.
I'm glad
going
you
on.
look, because this week I did not look at anything.
No, there's some actual news
I
going
didn't.
on.
I've been looking. I haven't really heard
All right,
much.
let me go back to my resources for news here. So I'm on joeblow.com because that's where I find a lot of good.
How accurate.
It's a really good website, man. They
I know.
No, Joe blows. That's what I'm saying.
So there's a couple things, couple
It's
pop
singular,
culture things
not
that have happened
plural.
recently.
Well, it's just me. So
Oh,
I'm singular.
Before I dive into that, though, I do want to say I went and saw Quiet Place day one this last weekend.
And
It was incredible. It was like a 9 out of 10. It was so good. It was like edge of your seat the whole movie. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely worth seeing. We loved it. We saw it at the Phoenix Laurel Park place because they got the Dolby Atmos.
that's an excellent theater.
Oh my gosh,
I like
it
that
is.
theater.
It's such a good theater. But we all loved it. It was really good. It has Joseph Quinn in there who was in Stranger Things last season. He was the Chrissy Wake Up guy.
Did you see it on your birthday?
Eddie, is it Eddie?
Didn't see it on my birthday.
Happy
So-
birthday, Nick.
Thank
happy
you.
belated birthday.
Thank you.
And happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Belated.
And
happy
happy
birthday to the
belated
wife. Yeah.
birthday to your wife.
Yeah. Turned 41. I'm old.
How dare you call out your wife's age?
She's younger than me
Nice.
by a year.
Well done.
So
By 11 years.
11 years. Yes. She just turned 30. Yes. She turned 30.
That's quite the gap.
It is, nothing like not Bill Parcells. What's his name from the
Belichick.
Bill
Bill
Belichick, 74 years old. He's dating a 24-year-old. Holy crap.
I'm more concerned with the 24-year-old.
I'm concerned.
Like,
well,
what's
she's
going
going
on
for the
there?
money. She's going for the money. But like, come
Not
on.
bad. Like, I guess.
He knows. I think when you're 74
I
years
believe-
old and you're dating a 24-year-old and you're rich, you know what she's doing.
Doesn't she have a
And-
history of dating significantly older men?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she
I
married.
believe-
She did, and then she was dating someone who was also rich.
Yeah.
That was significantly older. I would like to see someone that young dating someone that old and not be significantly rich. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, you'll never see it.
The other way around.
No,
Like,
No.
Just
I would like to see the other way
Well,
around.
I
A
just take-
significantly young rich person dating an old poor person.
That's
That's what I want to see.
I just
a
want to see
young-
no. I would
oh,
take the money out of the equation completely.
Neither of them have money. It's
Yeah.
just for love.
It's just love.
What do you talk about?
Money.
Football.
What?
Where are we gonna go eat? Where are we gonna go shop?
If
I don't know, but it's 4 o'clock and it's past dinner time.
if
and I
Bill
need to go
Belichick
eat.
talked football with me, I might date him too.
I don't know. Bill Belichick seems like an arrogant prick. I wouldn't want to hang out with him.
He seems like he has more personality than he ever let on.
Well, I think Coach Bill Belichick is a character.
Yeah. We're on to Cleveland.
Yeah.
No, I think this is like Batman. Like Coach Belichick is the real Belichick, and Bill Belichick is the fake one.
I'm okay with that. But either way,
You ever see the comic where? Sorry, I'm going a little off topic here. Where
We'll keep up with
Bane
it.
and Batman are having a fight, and Bane's like no mask, so Bane takes off his mask,
that wouldn't work well for Bane.
and then
Batman puts his on.
Batman puts his on. Yeah, Batman puts his on. Yeah,
Oh, because it's Bruce Wayne.
because it's Bruce Wayne. It's his mask because he had it off, so he puts it back on, and Bane takes his off. It's pretty sweet.
That
No
wouldn't
masks.
again. That wouldn't work well for Bane. He kind of needs that mask.
No, he needs.
It worked out well for Batman though.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't need the whole mask. He just needs.
He can keep his identity safe and Bane dies.
What happens if I take that thing off? It would be very painful
For you.
for you.
We were watching Inception with the kid yesterday. And I kept on calling him Bane. Tom Hardy.
He is a very impressive actor. The roles.
Oh
he can
yeah,
play,
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Oh, he's a man crush of mine a little bit actually. Tom Hardy, because he's just impressive.
I like him. I like Tom
He does
Hardy.
a lot. Yeah, he's good.
You know what's impressive? Inception. That movie is so good.
It's so good.
I really thought it was going to go over my son's head. And he's like, I think I get it. And he kind of gave me the basic synopsis. I go, you're close enough.
Is he awake at the end?
Oh, I'm going to go with yes.
I still think he's dreaming at the end
I probably think so too. But I'm going to go with yes because I want to make sure
because the kids are wearing the same clothes. I think.
I didn't pay that close attention.
I don't know, maybe or something like that. I can't remember.
I have to
It's been a-
rewatch it again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Actually, you know what one I want to watch again, and I want to do it with a group of people, is the one that came out during COVID,
Tenet?
Tenet.
Jesus Christ. Bring a notebook.
Because that thing was, I watched that and I'm like, I have no clue what's happening.
I still have no clue what's happening. I tried to read somebody explain to me what was happening, and I still have no clue what was happening.
I know, like, spoiler alerts for Tenet, but it came out 4 years ago. Earmuffs. I know basically Batman is the father. No, the son of the other guy.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's
Or he's trained by him. I can't remember.
Oh
Something
my
like that.
gosh.
I don't know.
I actually do want to watch that movie because we were scrolling and we ended up watching The Departed the other night.
Yep.
But we were scrolling through Leo movies and it was on there. And I was like, all right. I want to see that.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah, we should do a watch party. No pants.
It's implied.
Yeah.
Can you give me that big, thick computer down there? On the left.
Oh, that's
Oh gosh.
that
Rob is doing work in the middle of our podcast.
I kind of have to.
But I heard it ding. So he's got to check his work.
it's just me and you, buddy.
Oh gosh.
What's up? Why are you panting?
Let's be fair. It's mostly you guys anyway.
Why are you sweating already?
I don't know what to do. No, actually, okay. So there's
All
a
right, let's
couple.
talk about stuff that Rob doesn't want to talk about. It's like some good news. What's going on?
Hey, I was actually thinking about cutting Rob out of the podcast. What do you think about
That's not your worst idea.
that? I mean, Rob is kind of the weak point in the podcast.
Clearly, I know that.
Whoa, crap! Hey, Rob,
I already knew this.
how are you doing, man? How are you doing? So I wanted to bring up a couple other things. I've
Yep.
been updating you on the box office lately, and I want to give you another box office update.
Is the box office still Inside Out 2's bitch?
Yes, to an extent. It's tailed off a little bit. I think it made $30 million. I'm trying to get the
This
exact
week
numbers.
8? It's like the NFL schedule.
Bam,
Box-
bam, bam, bam. Oh, I miss
So-
you, NFL. God, I miss you, football.
This is this is July 8th?
yeah.
July 8th
Yeah.
that this will be released. This is the last month without football. Because
my
the Hall of
gosh.
Fame game is like August 1st or something. It's like really early in August.
I need this. I need this bad. I need this month to end fast.
So
We got training camps coming up.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned for our football podcast.
So Despicable Me 4 took over the box office crown from Inside
Do
Out.
people really like those movies that much?
$112 million worth.
Holy crap.
Now,
Not
of course,
bad.
it's a 5-day weekend counting the July 4th. So
Yeah.
that inflates the numbers. So $112 million for that. Then you have second place is still Inside Out. It doesn't give the exact numbers, but
It's a big gap between 1 and 2. 112 to 30.
Yeah, they're thinking about $30 million for it. Yeah. So
No other movie made between 112 and 30.
well, I mean, there's no new releases. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like last week, let's see.
We went through the schedule a few weeks ago, didn't we? Like
We
the
did.
summer schedule, and
We
it's
did.
we're coming up on the really like the meaty part of the release schedule.
We are
Like there's the week after week, I think, or every other week there's like a big movie coming out.
right. We're getting there now at this point. So I mean,
Because Deadpool and Wolverine is soon.
and that's tracking for $170 million opening, which blows my freaking mind.
Do you think it'll be? Would you bet over or under 170? If the line was set at 170,
Over.
I would bet over too.
I would say my prediction is 185
Okay.
for. Are we going to go see that together?
What?
Deadpool versus Wolverine. Have you seen the Deadpool movies?
Yeah.
Have you?
Mhm.
Because you made a face like no.
I was thinking about I have to. My son wants to see it, and I have to screen it for him first.
Well, go with us and
I'm
screen it.
imagining that one won't be nearly like Deadpool 1 had like some like pretty intense nudity and like some
Yes.
which is kind of funny, right? Okay, I think I've talked about this before. We're okay with extreme decapitation and violence and all that.
Yes.
But the second a boob is on screen, we're like, close your eyes to,
No. No.
to our kids.
I'm like, hey, you're gonna want to watch this part.
This is the best part.
Pay attention.
It's,
Actually, he just holds his kid's eyes open.
it's so weird how that works. And I found that I'm the
It was
same
that
way
was
with
just
my-
some random kid too. It wasn't even mine. Hey, pay attention, numbskull.
Hold on, can we pause the movie? There's some kids
Yeah.
out there I want to bring in. I want to show them this scene. So Deadpool, because Eli and I just watched Deadpool 2 the other day. We had a day where we watched Quiet Place, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Deadpool 2, and then we watched Happy Gilmore, all three in one day.
It's a good day.
Yeah, and he liked Deadpool 2 more than the first one. And Deadpool 2, there's not nearly as much that made me uncomfortable with him seeing. I mean, he's almost 14 years old. Is there a lot of graphic violence and a lot of innuendo and talking about cocaine?
In your endo.
Yeah. I mean, when he's cut in half and he's tiny, like half of him is really tiny, and it's freaking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch with his tiny legs, and they're like, "Oh, you're just gonna let it hang out?" It's so great. It's so great. So, anyways, Eli does want to see it, and I think I'll take him. I don't know. We'll see.
It's probably on the parent guide thing already.
Okay.
It's just violence, right?
Oh, extreme violence, right? Yeah, and a lot of sexual innuendo because that's Deadpool.
Well, my
for
kid
you.
isn't going to notice that. So
Well, yeah, Eli does notice those things.
Yeah.
Just like Happy Gilmore had that a lot too when we were watching that. A lot of innuendo.
But it's clever and funny.
Yeah, it is. It is. Happy Gilmore 2 will not be.
no, it will not be.
It's going to be over the top and zany.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the comedy aspect of Adam Sandler has really fallen off.
Oh yeah. Well,
He still can make some good films. He's made a few good movies.
yeah,
I
the
mean,
Bar Mitzvah one was good.
You are so not invited to my bat
mitzvah.
mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah.
Uncut Gems.
I was the muse for Uncut Gems.
And then what was the basketball one? There was one where he played like a failing agent. And
I don't remember. Adam
But that was
Sandler
basketball movie.
basketball Hustle.
Hustle. That was a decent movie.
I didn't watch it. You watch a lot of movies for someone who never watches movies.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't get that about you. Like, we ask you to watch a movie and you're like, yeah, I'll watch it. And
Well, don't
like,
ask me. I don't want to be force-fed films. Let me get to it on my own.
Is it because we had you watch Scrubs?
That is a knock on you guys.
To be fair, I also had you watch Battlestar Galactica, and you liked that.
Okay, you were winning.
You've
my
heard
test
of
there.
it. Shut up.
We fired up Ready Player One yesterday, right after Inception,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a Battlestar Galactica reference early in the movie, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have got that years ago.
Yeah.
Damn you, Nick!
See?
First show I've never heard of.
It's educating you.
That is a good book. Ready Player
It's
One.
a great book.
And you can get it read by Will Wheaton as well, and it's so good.
Friend of the show?
Friend of the show, Will Wheaton. I should not do that because he might like that because
He
it was
doesn't.
a joke from Family Guy, and he was involved in it. He was on Family
that's true.
Guy when they did that. Cool Whip. I saw a license plate the other day that was Cool Whip, and I loved it. Cool Whip. So, Ready Player One, if you can get the Audible version of it, it's read by Will Wheaton. It's so good. And the movie was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly
It's
as good as the book.
Not as
nearly
good as the book.
The book is incredible.
That book would have been
As
hard.
pretentious as that is.
It's hard to. That book is hard to do. Though.
No, it's sounding like, oh, the movie wasn't as good as the book.
Yeah. And
It did sound like
I
that. Movie's better than the book. How about that?
No.
I did read Ready Player 2 as well, but it wasn't as memorable.
I did not read it.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for second player because you always give the second player to the. Yeah. Take controller
Yeah,
too.
you can be Luigi.
Yeah, you can be
you can be
Luigi.
Luigi.
Exactly.
Luigi.
Ugh.
I love Luigi. So, anyways, box office. Inside Out 2 is now in second place. And The Quiet Place is 3, and then number 1 is Despicable Me 4. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in a couple weeks with Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the
For sure.
17th, I think it is.
No, I think it's a little bit later in the month.
It is.
Towards the end of the month.
It's right before I leave for camp for the week. So
Ooh.
we're going to have to go. If we're going to go, let me know because I'll get tickets.
I assume we're gonna go. It's my whole lot would come.
And we're going to have to do Dolby. Well, is Dolby Atmos as important for that one as a
the
giant
the IMAX.
Yeah. Which one would be better for a movie like that? Probably IMAX,
Probably
right?
IMAX.
Yeah, I would. But like when you're seeing a movie, when we saw that Civil War movie with Dolby Atmos, it changed the whole feel of the movie. So there's some movies where you must do the better sound.
I watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
What do you have to say?
You know, to live up to Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop 2, notably,
Yeah, not 3.
is tough.
Yeah,
They actually made fun of that.
good.
They referenced like you were here in this year, and this year, and then in '91 or whatever. It's not your best work, by the way. I will say it's very watchable.
Yeah,
It was it entertained me to obviously Eddie Murphy, and you're just not going to have the same thing as it was from Beverly Hills Cop in Part 2.
Yeah.
But I would say it's watchable. I didn't find it like hilarious or anything like that. I found it just more of a fun action movie.
yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Better or worse than Bad Boys 4?
Worse, probably.
What?
I like Bad Boys 4 for the most part.
You like all Bad Boy movies?
I did not like Part 2.
That's a good point.
Nope.
You did not.
You like Bad Boys too?
Nope. It
Wha-
ended 3 friggin' times. It was 2 hours and like forever.
Did you like True Lies?
Yeah, I like 2 lives.
Weird.
Well, weird. Better story. That's what happens.
True Lies is so good.
It is so good.
It is so good.
Like 4 false endings though.
Yeah.
It does, but that scene.
Well, those are 4 false endings.
That
It's not- it didn't
dancing
end
scene-
4 times.
That dancing scene changed my life at that age.
In the hotel room.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yeah.
yes. I'm like, I like women. I like women.
I'm not gay
I'm
no
not
more.
gay no more. I like women. I love that.
It's one of my favorite internet clips.
I'm gay. Women. Oh, that poor man is so repressed.
I
Oh,
like
feel
that when he says like women so many times, he like gets kind of like almost like a gag reflex, like he's like throwing up in his mouth a little bit, like he can't say women that many times in a row.
Do you know
Boobs.
do you know which one we're talking about, Rob?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh gosh.
Vagina.
I saw something that it said like all companies July 1st. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh, it is so true.
Oh my god. Oh.
See, can I find it?
You free. Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. like men no more.
I don't like men's
I don't
no more.
like. I don't like men's anymore.
Women.
Did he just motorboat?
I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
A woman.
No women.
I never saw that whole part.
Listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody believe God with him.
Oh, he's dancing.
Oh, drop that beat, baby. You know the drummer is like just living life.
Organist,
Oh,
man.
listen to that fill.
I ain't gay no more. I like the women.
That drummer has the biggest heart on right now.
Yeah.
Just cranking those drums.
Because he can't crank his men no more.
Oh, God.
I am delivered. Oh, religion can be so toxic.
Same, bro.
Where's
Same.
Where's that guy? I want to. He's got to be out by now, right?
I don't know. We got to get him on the new podcast that's joining our network soon.
Keeping Up with the Cardassians investigates.
No. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Keeping Up with the Cardassians investigates.
We have to.
I was going to say, check yourself.
We haven't talked about Keeping Up with the Kardashians investigates in a long time.
I know you like that.
That's a good pull.
It is a good poll. Speaking of polls, we should pull into Star Trek soon.
We should, but let's an update from last week.
Okay.
When I put out a Twitter poll in real time
Okay.
about our motorcycle riding club.
Okay.
I put out a Twitter poll. What should the name of our motorcycle riding club be?
Okay.
Sons of Cardassia, Wraths of Khan,
Yeah.
or other.
Yeah.
Sons of Cardassia won 100% of
How
the
many
vote.
votes?
Six votes.
Sons of Cardassia.
It's a small. It is a small sample size, but it is still a sample
I'm going to
size.
do it on Instagram.
Okay. Do it on. Let's do it on multiple reasons.
Brody said that he likes Wraths of Khan more than Sons of Cardassia, but he would say the Borg Collective.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one, Brody. From Talk Punch.
Okay.
But I would like, 6 votes to 0. And 0 in other, too.
Other. Did the others put what they recommend, or did they just be
Borg
like,
Collective.
oh, Borg.
And then there's an account called the Obsidian Odor. It says, I may be a little biased, but Sons of Cardassia sounds fantastic.
Okay. That's good to know. But there is one other thing.
Hailing frequency. Frequency's open.
We had one other viewer feedback that we want to share today, too.
We had one on
So,
Patreon.
so far, Sons of Cardassia is tracking. We can't share Patreon feedback. That's for Patreon.
Okay. But this would.
But we can because it's the only place you can get that episode.
For now, we
For
got to
now.
wait until later. All right. So we did have some feedback. Someone says, love it. This is Charles. Sorry for failing to sign in. And Rob gets freed from blame because he is the trusted voice of reason on the podcast.
What?
And that's referring
What?
to the Irish take on the one episode where, but it's my fault for starting the whole Joe comedian thing when he purposefully misread
false.
my text calling him a comic fan. And he took that to
Purposely.
mean he was a comic.
That's false.
But let's just get these so-called jokes out there so Joe can be booed. So I appreciate that.
But to be
Charles.
fair, I'm going to say it.
I know. So this is Charles, right?
Yeah.
So we released episode 1 of Righty Tighty Lefty Loosey exclusively on Patreon.
Yeah. A proud member.
A proud member of the KUWTC
network.
podcast network. It's on patreon.com/keeping up with the Cardassians right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is our political podcast. It is all politics. It is a real thing. It is a real living, breathing organism.
Is it?
It is.
It's kind of real.
And so we've already posted the first episode. It's exclusively on Patreon until later this month. So if you want to hear it now, go. You can pay $2 and you can hear it.
$2. What a deal.
Well, you get a whole new podcast,
Yeah.
and you get everything else that we've ever done,
Yeah.
which we've put out plenty of content to keep you busy for a while.
Yeah. There's nudity in there.
Brief nudity.
That's true.
Brief nudity. Not full frontal though.
There's full frontal in top pods.
Not full frontal.
Oh, not full frontal. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So not yet. So
We're working our way.
Yeah,
towards-
there's the bottom list of the list over there.
so this is the same Charles that as
Pick
soon
up the
as
phone. Sorry.
so that this is the same Charles that as soon as episode 1 of Righty Tighty Lefty Loosey dropped, he said, "The most excited I've been for a drop. This is what the people want." And then quoted a line that I said. It said, "Jesus was in much better shape." Said, "Maybe Joe is a comedian."
He's not.
So Charles is a flip flopper.
Ooh,
Charles
shots
is-
fired.
Charles is Hillary Clinton,
Oh gosh, Hillary Clinton.
but he's way better than Hillary
go
Clinton.
go away, Hillary Clinton.
He's way better because he's a listener of ours and a supporter
And Hillary
of the
is
show.
not.
And Hillary is not. So fuck her.
I mean, we don't know. She might.
Hold
be.
on. Hillary from the Muck podcast is though. Or
Oh,
used,
yeah.
or used to be at least.
She used to be. I don't know if she listens as much anymore, but
Oh.
but we still
Well, then-
we love Hillary nonetheless.
Well, not if she doesn't listen.
I mean, she could become a listener.
It's
though.
conditional.
That's true. That's true. Our love is conditional. That's true. Speaking of conditional love, can we move on to Star Trek?
Sure.
All right, let's move on. So today we have to review one episode,
Oh, thank God.
and it's Shades of Grey. I got to go on there to vote. Shades of Grey. Let me sum up this episode. Riker gets a mosquito bite, and it's just so bad that he almost dies from it. And they show clips. The end.
Yep.
I mean, really, what else is there to say? It's a clip show. It's a clip show.
Clip show.
Hold on. It's not just a clip show. It's a bad clip show.
I mean, okay, so there are some things that I do want to talk about.
Well, it's a bad clip show because the clips they're showing are from season 1 and 2. Bad seasons. If you have bad seasons of a show to do a clip show from, you're going to have a bad clip show.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Where's
You're
this?
cheating.
Where's this? Where's this? I don't get it on my phone for me.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how to use this thing.
What are you, our parents? My email's not working.
All right. So for you that are listening, Nick, I put the poll up there for the Sons of Cardassia or the Wrath of Khan. And Nick went to Instagram because, well, he's 90. And he's like, I can't figure out Instagram. Where do I find the poll?
Where was it at? See, I never click on stories. No, don't you, son of a gun. Don't you do that.
Put Sons of... You know what... You're a bum.
Oh, there's a message in there directed towards you if you just read it, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it once I figure out how to use it properly. So this is
Can we get someone to give Nick a tutorial? Get on Zoom. Show him how to use Instagram.
it's not.
He doesn't even know how to use his screen record.
I know.
You should have your phone revoked.
I don't know.
You need to go back to Android. You've been demoted.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh! Already, someone just posted Ether. Already,
wow.
the vote is real time, baby. 43 to 14.
Well, you got to comment on it. They're not going to comment on it because of the story.
So
I'm telling the story.
clip show. So I jokingly said that he gets bit by a mosquito, but they go to a planet. And it starts off, the cold open is kind of it's a good cold open. I will give it that because it drops you right in on what happened. He's already sitting on the log. He's got the cut. Geordi comes up to him and they're like, oh no, what's going on? We got to beam you back. So it starts off pretty solid as an episode. I thought this could be good because they're immediately going into the action, the meat of the episode.
Like a story.
Yeah,
A plot.
exactly. And then it's about halfway through where it becomes a clip show, right?
About 10 minutes in.
Yeah, when he's finally unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he loses consciousness and then he starts having memories of what happened. And the only way to clear the virus out of him is to make him scared, right? Basically.
Was it the scared or was it the happy memories?
No, it was no fear.
It wasn't happy.
Because they did the Armis.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, they did the death of Tasha.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I watched Inception and happy memories are more powerful than that. So I got the two confused.
Yeah, exactly. So
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Nothing. I was just going to say the only thing that I did like about this was
It ended.
that it ended, but then they were like, we need to ramp it up, and they're like, boner material. It was just all women.
Oh yeah.
It was like,
yeah, all the women he slept with.
Maybe we can ramp up the production of whatever it was. No, it was all women, and they're like, nope, that made it worse. Actually,
That made it worse.
Because none of the blood
Deanna, stop straddling him. Get off of him.
none of the blood was rushing to any other part of his body to fight off the virus.
It was going to the wrong part. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, that part survived. Everything else dead.
And wasn't Troy pretty bummed at all the memories?
All the
memories that was
of
going
her
through.
wasn't working.
It was like of all the memories that weren't her. It's like
She doesn't know
She
the
doesn't know.
memories. She just knows what he's feeling.
Yeah, remember she's
Oh.
like, let's describe it more as erotic.
Erotic.
And for her, it could have been he was thinking of her, and that's probably
okay. Then my question was, are they together?
no.
Okay.
No,
I was going to say,
think-
because then monogamy's out the window then, because these are spread
They're-
across season 1 and
they're on a break.
No, my understanding of their relationship is Riker chose his career over his
Yeah.
relationship with her. And they both still love each other, but they can't be together because careers. So that's why.
but they don't still hook up with each other?
No.
No,
Which is kind of weird because we're in the 24th century. So you'd think they would have evolved past that. Like hooking up culture would be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they freed themselves from religion, according to.
well,
to
it's not
this.
religion necessarily. I guess
Yeah, it is.
it's kind of is, but
Yeah, hookup culture.
there's a lot of hookup culture, but there's a
Hookup
lot of
culture
people who get married who aren't religious, who want
I'm
to
not
do
talking
it.
about marriage, though. I'm talking
Okay.
about the reason why a lot of people don't hook up is they're like, it's wrong, and you're
But
supposed
there
to-
are a lot of people that hookup culture is their religion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah.
Although those 24th century STDs have got to be wild.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But you just have one of those, and then you're done. It's over. I've cured Rob.
There's
cured
no
you
money,
of crabs.
so Magic Johnson can't cure AIDS 3.0,
Why? He cured AIDS 1.0.
but there's no money in the future.
Oh well, yeah. You just get your little thing and you're done.
It's not little. It's good size, thank you.
It's an average size that does the job.
So here's some funny notes.
This
from
show sucked
Here's some funny notes from it. This episode was intended to save money at the end of the season.
because they blew their load the whole
The
season.
reason was that the show had overspent on the episodes Elementary, Dear Data, and Q Who.
good episodes.
It was the last episode on which Maurice Hurley acted as a head writer. He referred to the episode as a quote unquote piece of shit and terrible, just terrible. He turned in the idea of a cheap clip show to save money. Director Rob Bowman initially thought the episode could be filmed in 5 days, 2 fewer than usual. However, it was actually filmed in 3 days after pressure from Paramount. He later said that he simply shot the framework for the clips to be added in later and never saw a final cut of the episode. The own director never saw a final cut of his episode.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. Oh,
That's
my
just
God.
like, yeah, I'm just turn it in. I'll get whatever grade I get.
We're checking out now.
Oh my gosh. How bad is that?
They probably didn't have the budget for him to review it.
No.
And this says Shades of Grey is widely reviled as the worst ever Next Gen episode with good reason. This isn't an episode that makes anyone look good. And I don't just mean Pulaski, Troy, or LaForge. I mean the writers, director, and producers.
Worst episode ever?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It is very bad.
Yeah, it is bad actually, because when you think about some of the acting, think about Marina Sirtis, like her.
She was a little melodramatic at points.
She was a little. Yeah, it was.
She plays the doctor.
No.
Troy
Deanna Troy.
Oh, I didn't know her actress name.
and Deanna Moldar was terrible.
Diane.
Diana.
That's wrong. Is it Diane? Oh, it might be Diana then.
Dirty Diana.
But
Is
it's
she
not
the doctor?
Yes.
Yes. And it's her last episode.
I know.
What a
Is it-
terrible
okay, I
last
get-
episode to be on.
So is this the last in production order? Is this the last production
Yeah.
episode?
Produced? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. She seemed very out of it in the beginning. Like very
mailing it in.
yes. Like when she was beaming down to get
Well, she hates the transporter.
well, I know that, but she just seemed like even the delivery, what did she say? Oh, the joke about she doesn't like transporters or whatever like jokey transporter operators or whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
That felt like she just completely mailed that line in, and it was like it was like a coach that doesn't have a next contract. They're just like a
Dead man
lame duck
walking.
actress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? Fire me?
Right.
I don't even have to put in a good. The writers clearly don't give a shit about this
No,
episode.
the director doesn't. He didn't.
The
even see
director
a
hasn't
final
even
cut.
seen it. So why?
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
And I just kept thinking about that the whole episode, and her performance was just so just devoid of any sort of color.
It really wasn't a great performance.
She sucked all year.
She did, but at least I don't like her. I didn't like her at all during season 2, but there were points where she was a bit like the thing with Worf. She tried to connect with Worf.
Yeah.
She had a back. She was always a dick to Data, but she at least had personality when doing it. In this episode, it was just she was like a grayscale.
Yeah, she was.
Was it Shades of Grayscale?
Yes, Shades of Grayscale.
She could have been an extra. That would have made it much better if it was like Shades of Grey, and Riker's laying there in the bed and he's like, "This is my secret room with whips."
No, but I think that's why they did it,
I
because
saw the title and I thought that's where it was going. I'm like, all right.
once they went to the hot memories.
50 Shades of Data, because his skin is gray.
Isn't it green or gold?
Yeah, it's like silver. I don't know, what color would you say Data
I
is?
thought he was like gold.
He
I
doesn't
would say
feel
he's
gold.
he's like a grayscale or like a sepia tone.
734-494-0980. Let us know, because obviously we're idiots.
Grayscale.
He's got green eyes. Though,
he's
right?
monochrome.
Are they green or yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow.
He actually released an album Brent Spiner did called Old Yellow Eyes.
Aw.
Though in Picard, his color changes. He's a different color in Picard.
Yeah, he's definitely a little more gray then.
You know, which
or
is-
green almost.
Yeah.
Hey, he's older. He's graying.
True.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just the way the show was shot back then and they couldn't probably do the right color scale.
Maybe. I don't know.
People were adjusting their TVs.
Yeah.
So this episode
Like
is...
the Boise State field.
Oh my gosh. Or like the Oregon Ducks basketball court. Have you
Oh
ever
my
seen that?
God.
I'm like,
Stop it with
I don't
this
know
shit.
what I'm watching
No.
when I'm...
That's how it felt watching Boise State when they, like in the early 2000s,
With the
when
blue field.
Yeah, when Boise State, like when ESPN really ramped up their college football coverage and broadcasting of games.
Yeah.
You started to see like Boise State games on like ESPN2.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I watching? What the fuck? Are they playing on a lake? What's happening?
It was amazing.
It hurt my eyes watching.
It did.
Yes.
A blue field is kind of weird.
Y'all are sold.
But think about
Oh
it.
yeah, you want to watch every football game on a blue field?
No.
Though, to be fair, now that most fields are artificial turf, you could do whatever you want with the color.
Don't inspire them, Nick.
The sponsorships are coming.
Could you imagine a Lions field where it was silver and blue every 5 yards?
I don't want it.
Silver,
No,
blue,
no.
silver,
Green.
blue.
It's going to be like a jungle motif, like a safari motif.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like lions painted in the field.
Oh my god.
But there'd also be hazards. So if you like at the 25-yard line on the hash, a lion pops up and bites you.
I'm just waiting.
Mutant League Football
Yes!
from Sega.
I'm just waiting for the day that someone plays on an American flag field.
Oh, no. No.
You know
no,
it's
no,
coming.
No. Navy.
No. The Army Navy game is an institution. That is a great game.
I know.
I mean, the football sucks.
Yeah. It's not about the football.
There's like
though.
3 total passes in a whole football game,
Which is traditional football, though.
it is traditional
It's
football, but
old school football.
I love that game for a lot of non-football reasons. But I don't want to see it play, and I don't think they would play it on an American flag because they have
because
too
that would
much
be
respect.
that'd
They
be
have
sacrilegious.
respect.
America.
Bucko 5. Freedom. It's not free. Costs $1.05. You don't know that song? Freedom isn't free. It takes folks like you and me. It's from Team America.
I've forgotten it then.
We need to rewatch it.
Yes. 100%. We could do a sing along with a closed caption.
America.
Not with him.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up because
Yeah,
Aren't we reviewing Star Trek?
I don't have much to say about this episode.
I really don't either. I thought it sucked. Nobody's performance was the best part of the episode was the cold open.
Yeah, Jonathan Frakes was the only one that had to do facial expressions the entire time.
I know. And that was it.
I do like at the end where he says, "My name, Captain Jean-Luc Picard." And Picard's like, all right, we got a jokester on our hands.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy that.
Yeah, that was kind of like you have so. Wow, let me stop myself and think again.
We'll edit that out in post. Don't worry about it.
That was a little Picarded there.
It's catching on. I love it. I love it.
I was gonna say, while Troy and Pulaski seemed like they mailed it in, Riker did not. He did a good job in his limited role.
Did he, or was it just in context?
Maybe it was in context, but it was pretty good. I don't know.
I mean, he was fine.
You did if that's to make the ultimate sacrifice. Would you think about all them people who gave up everything they had? Would you think about all them who wanted us?
We should watch this on July 4th.
Here it comes.
Freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if we don't all chip in, we'll never pay that bill.
God.
Freedom isn't free.
No, there's a hefty fucking fee. And if you don't throw in your $1.05, who will?
Costs $1.05. Ooh-wee. Freedom isn't free.
Those guys need to make more movies.
They are good with musicals, though, because The Book of Mormon is fantastic. South Park, the musical. Team America.
Orgasmo. Wait, that's not a musical.
Orgasmo was terrible.
It was not terrible.
Basketball, the musical.
Basketball was great.
They could easily make that a musical, and it would
Probably.
be amazing.
It predicted the future.
Victoria Selstad, Playboy Playmate, Model of the Year.
I hear your mom's dating Squeak.
So, Star Trek.
Man, this episode is bad, though, guys.
So, we just move on to
let's
reviewing?
just move on to season 2
So,
review.
season 2. Let's move on to reviewing season 2.
Because in earnest, season 2 ended last week.
Yeah, it really kind of did.
And it really ended on a solid note. Those are 2 really good episodes.
They were solid. They were solid.
They were solid, yeah.
If you pull up our ratings, we rated them pretty solidly. All above, I would
yes,
say all above
6 or above.
Or above, yeah.
To be fair, I don't think I rated it the highest, but Emissary sticks out to me the most this season. Maybe other than Measure of a Man.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, let me look. So I'm going to look at our ratings. So Rob, your highest rated episodes for this season are Emissary, Q Who, Measure of a Man. 7.5 for Measure of a Man. Q Who 7.5, Emissary 7. Joe, your highs for the season: Measure of a Man 8.5, Pen Pals 8, The Emissary 8.5. Nick, my highs for the season: Measure of a Man 8.5, and Q Who at 8, and then 7.5 for peak performance.
What did I give Q Who?
8.5.
Okay.
Q Who was a really good episode, I thought, and Rob gave it a 7.5. So you still gave it a good rating.
I liked Q. Yeah.
That's the episode where you go, okay, I see why they like Q. The first season Q, you're like, come on, this is not a fun character. And now it's starting to get to be more fun. And then the third season, there's some really good episodes.
Yeah, he
with
wasn't
Q.
fun in Q. He was maniacal in Q Who. Because
Yeah,
he brought the Borg about.
Right. And now he's becoming more like
There was a Borgaboo.
But now I don't know if he respects Picard, but he finds him fascinating.
He's got a boy toy.
He does. It's his plaything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes him. So, yeah. So, overall, season 2, though, here, let's do this actually real quick. I think to review season 2, we first need to give our final ratings for Shades of Grey, so I can give us our final scores.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
So, Shades of Grey. Nick gives Shades of Grey a 0.5. And that's only because there's original stuff in it.
I'm going to give it a 1.
You know, I think about this episode, and it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Yeah,
It really wasn't.
it was to me.
Plus, this last episode, Pulaski.
See, that's kind of where I gave it a
10.
0.5
10.
because I feel bad for her.
So all said and done, 1.
Her very last.
I mean, it's terrible.
So, but that's.
But it was the last episode
her
of Pulaski.
very last
So
episode.
That gets a half star out of me just by itself.
Yeah.
Her very last episode, they give her a clip show, and I'm assuming by this point she already knew she wasn't coming back.
Based on her performance, I'm going to guess yes.
Based on her character, yes.
So overall, here's what we got for season 2.
Wait, what'd you give it, Rob?
You gave it a
1.
1, and you gave.
Oh,
it
I
a 1
gave
too.
it 1. Oh, nice.
So Joe, you're the highest rating for season 2.
If it wasn't Pulaski's last, it would have been like a 0.25.
You gave season 2 a
You
5.
said it wasn't that bad. Oh, it wasn't that
As
bad.
bad as I remember, which
Oh.
was a 0.
You gave season 2 a 5.02, Joe. Rob, you gave season 2 a 4.70, and I gave season 2 a 4.98. So collectively, our overall score for the season is 469. Wait, that
Nice.
doesn't track properly.
But yeah,
Nice.
something's off of that math, I think.
This is what it is. I gotta eliminate this one. Okay, hold on.
That math seems fuzzy.
The math, it was fuzzy math.
It's AIDS math.
490. 490 is our final score. Which that's correct. That's right. And because I'm looking on my phone, I can't.
So very
I can't get
slightly
to the
below
first
average season.
Yeah, I can't get to the first season.
I'm going to guess
here we go.
You want
season
do you want us to teach you how to use that?
3.63.
So all three of us are absolutely higher than the first season. We gave the first season on average 438.
Oh, okay.
This one we gave a
490.
490. So
Okay.
we've improved not that much.
More than a half point.
But here's the thing. I don't know if it's because I've gotten so used to what the next generation is that it made season 2 seem better than it really was. Because our ratings were not that much different than season 1.
What did you
But it
say,
had
463 or 436?
436.
But
Okay.
to combat that, season 2 at least had Measure of Man, at least had Emissary, at least had Q Who, versus season 1, who only had like the 2 episodes at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we gave Conspiracy in the Neutral Zone 7s.
Well, that was a great way to end the
7s
season.
and 6s, yeah. But we gave
was.
out a lot of 1s in season 1. A lot of 1s.
But there's a lot of bad track. There's a lot of bad
I don't know. I gave
Stories.
Haven an 8.
what? What did I give it? A 1? 3?
You gave Haven a 5 or 6, and Rob gave it a 5.5.
Oh, it must have been amazing for season 1.
That's the planet where Wesley falls on the flowers, right?
Yeah, with all the outfits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You can see
Oh,
Moose
did-
Knuckle.
That was a
They-
good episode.
They went back to that episode in this one.
Yeah, they did. They did a flashback,
And I remembered,
I'm like, holy cow! They picked out some good actors and actresses for this. I don't think-
Mostly actresses.
yeah, I don't think they were picking them for their acting though.
No.
Well, they weren't picking the actors for anything.
No, that was what's so funny. They picked the women in that episode who were like really buxom, right? Like, wow, I haven't used that word in like ever.
You are 90.
Yeah.
Buxom?
Buxom,
Yeah.
big chested, like ripped abs, like very stereotypical America beauty, right? The men are like scrawny,
But they're like dad bods with
and
small
hairy.
dicks.
Yeah. Well,
But
okay,
there's
hold
some,
on.
there's some moose knuckle there.
Oh, I
There's some
understand.
balls. You can see them.
I know, but if we're being honest, if you're looking, there's not much there.
That might be taped.
It doesn't look taped to me.
You know,
I think it's taped. I think it was much more acceptable for you to show cleavage than it was for you
they have
to
a
show
mushroom.
a package.
Yeah, to show a mushroom print through the clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was taped.
Mario would have came through and started trying to eat those mushrooms, revealing that would have been man.
So, anyways,
Oh, look at me!
season
I'm a Mario.
season 2, seriously not that much higher. And I got to be honest with you, if I did not know we were getting into some better seasons, I would be like, guys, I don't know if I can do 5 more seasons of this show. I mean, I'm still kind of like, there's a little part of me who goes, I don't know, 5 seasons more of this kind of
Really?
track.
Do you?
I mean, I'm going to do it. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, you're
like,
gonna do it.
So I don't know what's coming, and I would say that this was a marked improvement over season 1.
Yes.
Enough where I would be like, okay, let me see what they can do for season 3.
Let it play out.
Okay, John Jansen.
I don't really.
Glad you picked up on that.
but like it was an improvement. I saw character development. I saw, I don't know. I saw better performances. The characters are they're more rich. They have more flavor text. Do you know what I mean? Like they feel like actual characters now.
Picard wasn't as cantankerous as he was in the first
actually,
season.
wasn't.
I would say I'd give season 2 to Picard because he's had a lot of growth this season, and he was a different feeling.
Well, there
character.
it sits.
Yeah, he was
man.
definitely a different Picard than he was season 1.
Yeah,
Still
he
hates
was
kids,
kind
though.
of he was pretty much a dick season 1.
He was.
an asshole.
Still hates kids. Get that. They brought a child to my bridge.
well, and I appreciate that. Right?
Yep.
They've evolved his character, but they've kept the core essence of what he is.
F them kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has some good episode with kids in the future, though.
No,
I
it doesn't.
The Turbo Lift one.
Nope.
I like that one.
Nope.
I love that
I
episode.
thought Data had a good season.
Data. I'm trying to Measure of a Man. Of course, we had that. Where's some other standouts for
I
him?
don't think he had a much.
I think Worf had a great
Was
season.
this the one with?
I think
was
Worf
this-
had some help this season.
Lore
yes.
was first season, right?
Lore was first season.
Okay. Worf had a good
Was
season.
Lore first season?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Damn, that doesn't feel like that long ago.
Well, 22 episodes, so 11 episodes ago.
Wow. I would say Picard had the best season.
Okay.
I would say Worf probably had the second best
I would
season.
agree with that.
Third, I would probably pick Data, but maybe Troy.
They've given her more to do.
They give Troy more to do.
She seems like she fits it. Like season 1, she just kind of felt out of place and awkward. Like what do you do with her? Season 2, they've at least
They found her
figured
place.
out like, okay,
Season
this
1
is what we're doing, and she's actually played integral roles over the course of season 2.
I'd agree. Yeah.
Season 1, they made her very emotional. She reacted to scenarios emotion, like when the first episode where like she was almost crying because she could feel the sorrow from the planet and what. So they kind of brought that back and made her more not logical, but more
Cerebral.
with it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they kind of hurt her character, and maybe it's chalked up to late 80s writing of what a female character needs to be. But like for someone who's like an empath and has been taught to be able to read emotions all the time, she certainly gets very whiny when she reads a lot of the emotions right now because they didn't do a good job with her. They did a better job in the second season where she's more in control of it. But that first season, they're so sad.
It's so much pain.
And she's like writhing on the floor in agony. No, I made that part up. But like,
I'd watch that.
I'm sure you would.
I said it so you didn't have to, Joe.
Thank you.
Have we reached the one episode? Never mind. I'll talk about that later. Off air conversation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a dorsal fin?
Do you know him? Does he call you on the phone? You know what that's from?
What?
It's Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah, he's talking about
Oh,
dolphin.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a dolphin?
No, do you have a dorsal fin?
Do you have a dorsal fin?
Because that's how they communicate.
They communicate through their dorsal fin?
I think that's part of it.
I haven't seen the first Ace Ventura in so many years.
And I'm saying to him, again.
It's
Oh
such
my
a great
God.
scene.
It is great.
That's a movie that does not hold up well.
What? First one?
No, it's just not as funny as you think it is.
No, it's still funny.
No, it's
I
not.
laughed. I watched it in the garage when I was cleaning it like a year ago, and I was like, "This is hilarious."
I don't know.
There's problematic stuff in it this day and age,
Yeah.
There is problematic stuff, yes.
but it's still stupid enough where I laugh.
Einhorn
It's Finkel.
is Finkel. Finkel is
is
Einhorn.
Einhorn is a man.
Oh, goodness gracious. So,
All right, so we've identified our favorite episodes, right?
Yeah.
Of the season 2.
yeah.
Best
Who
characters?
is the least used character this season?
Wesley.
The second,
I think they did a good job with Wesley this season.
they stopped.
Or-
they didn't make
or-
him the freaking child genius this year.
They didn't, and they knew how to feature him where he didn't get annoying.
What's
Yeah.
They did a good
Whoopi's
job.
character's name?
Guinan.
I don't think for introducing a character, I don't think they used her very much.
But I think she was still a big star at that point. She didn't have a lot of free time.
She's doing
what do you
Sister Act.
have to
baby.
why
Sister Act.
This is Sister Act, baby.
I know, but why introduce? Why use her then? If
Wait,
you're going to
no,
introduce
this would
a
have
new
been
character.
Ghost, wouldn't it have been? 89?
Maybe Ghost.
Yeah, this is not Sister Act.
Sister Act is 92, right?
I love the Sister Act.
I
movies.
know you do.
Love them.
I know you do. It's actually kind of uncomfortable
Love
the way
them.
you get when you talk about Sister Act.
I will follow him.
I mean,
wherever he may go.
I'm gonna watch them tonight.
This is a terrible review of season 2.
I'm trying to stay on track.
Keep us focused, Joe.
You two have been the worst, and I've tried so hard. So I finally joined the game and getting off track.
Historically,
And then
historically,
you
So
Yeah.
Wesley Guinan,
So it really isn't you having internet access that's the problem. We figured it. Process of elimination tells us that it's not internet access. It's got to be something in your DNA.
Dino DNA.
just imagine what we say when you're not paying
I
attention.
mean, okay, just go down the list of characters. I think it's either Wesley
well, remember
or-
the first half of the season, Riker was really nowhere to be found.
or Riker is my other one.
I think that's a course correction a little bit because first season featured Riker so much.
It did. It was very Riker heavy.
And
You know when
yeah.
they brought Riker in this season? When they needed him to bang somebody. There was Riker.
Pretty much.
And it was not very. It was just the one Irish woman, right?
I think there was more than that. But I think there's like one or two or three.
Yeah, there wasn't very many. This
They're
season.
like,
Yeah, they
Let's
definitely
tap-
tamed that down.
Let's tap Riker in.
was he married already at this point in real life?
The Jeannie Francis?
Yeah,
I don't know.
curious because he was a young 20-something-year-old, and they're like, "Hey, Will, we're gonna need you to make out with all these very attractive women." I'm sorry, and he's like, oh.
I got to do what I got to do for the job.
And the women probably did not object either because he was an attractive man.
Actually, the biggest win for this season, I think, is actually that Riker's beard.
Yes, MVP, Riker's
MVP.
beard.
And I didn't realize there's going to be so much. I didn't remember so much O'Brien this year.
Yeah, there was.
There was a ton of O'Brien this year.
Jonathan Frakes and Jeannie Francis got married in 1988. So yes,
So, yeah.
he would have been married by
Yep.
now.
Right around that time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, before that, because that would have been season 1.
dang it. Dang it.
Are you mad he got married?
I
No,
do.
I'm just.
Sorry, Johnny Frakes.
They couldn't really enjoy what he was doing.
Sorry, Joe Nathan.
So one of my complaints in season 1 was they introduced O'Brien in like the first episode, and then he just goes away.
Yeah, for season 1, for most of season 1, yeah.
Well, because he wasn't O'Brien yet.
But I liked that's something I do like about season 2 is they've used him a little
He's
more,
now
and
a character.
he's starting to build his character.
Yeah, he's the chief transporter chief. There we go. Can't talk.
And they've had the same security guy that bounces around for season 1 and season 2. I see him in the background. I'm like, he's been around for a while.
I never pay attention to the background characters. I really should because you're right. There's a lot of them who like have been in every single season.
Yeah,
actually.
I think this guy goes away this season though.
So we're in agreement then it's either Frakes or it's either Riker or
As the least used.
Crusher,
Wesley.
Dr. Crusher wasn't really used this season.
Because technically she's not
She was referenced like
she's
twice.
not dead.
No,
Actually, I think Geordi was a big nobody this season. They didn't really use Geordi.
they don't.
Yeah,
Like he
the
becomes
first
the
2
chief
years.
engineer, and they do use him more later in the seasons. He had the one episode with the ensign, right? But that was it.
Oh yeah, where you have to take command or do the command.
He helped Riker in this episode.
That's true. He did. He went down.
He's an
He
ancillary.
was he was the star of this last episode, Shades of Grey.
Yeah, he was.
He had the best performance.
I don't know. Data found the worm slug thing,
Yeah.
so there's that. Yeah, I would say there's what you said about season 2 is these characters have found who they are
a little bit.
and they feel more comfortable in their skin.
They definitely. You can tell the actors feel more comfortable.
Their acting
Yeah.
is better. Their acting is more secure. Isn't this the season where they started to have more fun on the set too, or was that season 3?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I know the first season they took it super serious.
I know that they were hard to control at some point.
yeah,
Party.
No, just like
Goofy.
antics.
because they all loved each other. They
Yeah.
had some-
Goofballs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't sound like it was that way on the set of
DS9.
DS9.
It was
No,
not.
it was much more professional.
Yeah. Which
Did they
speaks
did they
for
all,
the tone of the show.
Did they
though.
all attribute that to Avery Brooks?
Yeah.
They said the captain kind of leads the show,
Yeah.
and so Picard took. So I think people sometimes get it mixed up that the DS9 actors didn't like anybody like themselves. No, that's not.
No,
the
they
case.
just didn't like Mark Alamo.
No, they were just they were just much more professional on stage. They had a job to do. Let's do the job.
Yeah, but that's
And then TNG was like, "This is a shit show, and we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna make
but
it a shit
also
show."
Avery Brooks he's a very serious cat. Like he's
Yeah.
a very serious dude. He's an actor, and he's about the job.
He's very unique.
But
He is unique. But Sir Patrick Stewart is actually he's a pretty jovial guy. Like he has a very good sense of humor. I'm not saying Avery Brooks doesn't, but I'm saying their tone as people. I
also think like Jonathan Frakes and Brent Spiner are wild cards.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
from what we know of them,
Yeah.
like personally, like yes.
They're like you have those two on set, and then I think everybody also fed off that, and Patrick Stewart is probably like in for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of my thoughts though is I wonder if the reason the Next Generation cast was as goofy and fun as they were was in response to everything they saw come out of the TOS cast with them hating Shatner and like the infighting with the crew and just not getting along.
I really don't think that came into play at all.
I wonder if that factors in a little bit, like subconsciously, like we don't want to end up that way. We don't want to end up hating each other.
I think it was just 18-hour days on set, and let's have fun. Let's find a way to make this bearable.
Fill our time.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe because I was thinking maybe that was a course correction a little bit, and then DS9 comes in and says, "Okay, you guys went a little too far."
I'm thinking you're wrong.
But I think for me, I think DS9 it just has more. It's just a more serious and like cerebral show.
Yeah.
And you have
And you don't have Jonathan Frakes and
you
Brent
have-
Spiner, who are just goofballs.
I know you have Avery Brooks and you have I'm forgetting his name. Quark.
Armin
Shimmerman. Friend of the show, Armin Shimmerman.
As much as Quark is a wild character.
Yeah, Armin's
But like
a little more
Armin,
serious.
yeah.
Armin's a serious dude.
Yeah.
And the Not Visitor she has a great sense of humor now.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's almost.
I'm
like,
sure she did then too.
I'm sure she
seems
did.
like she was a lot of fun.
But
she seems like
in
a
company,
blast.
I'm sure she sort of gave into the serious tone of the set.
I wonder if Michael Dorn loosened that setup at all once he got.
He was pretty laid back too.
Yeah.
Michael Dorn.
But I mean, those are two, and then like nobody likes Mark Alamo.
And then when you got to Voyager, some of the actors hated each other.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Robert or what's his name?
No, it was Kate Mulgrew and 709. She did not like.
They
Jerry
actually
Ryan.
say that was blown out of proportion. Now they do, but maybe it wasn't in that moment.
In
but
that
maybe
moment,
now
maybe
that
not.
they've looked back, they're like, "Oh my gosh, we overreacted."
Yeah.
And there's probably a little bit of it. Like,
And
here's
Beltran
Kate
was
Mulgrew. She's like, "I'm the lead of the show," and you bring in this woman in a cat suit.
Oh, for sure.
Like there'd be a little bit
Absolutely.
frustration by. I would be frustrated by that too.
And the other cast that gets overshadowed immediately.
Yeah. I know they didn't really like. He's going to be on the cruise. Chakotay, Robert Beltran,
Well, you see that like.
and he makes
I've
fun of
heard
Star
that,
Trek.
but when you like watch them on stage with the cast, they all still have such a great time. Like when they do interviews
We'll
or
see.
panels.
We'll have to see.
is that a time heals all wounds sort of thing though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he's gotten crazier.
He's gotten
since then.
crazier since then.
Since
Yeah,
then.
he's a. I think he's like an anti-vaxxer conspiracy nut too.
I think
He's going to be on the cruise.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We were gonna have to give him a make Cardassia great again.
Yes.
hat.
Oh my gosh, we need to.
Done. What's his name?
Robert Beltran.
But they didn't have Cardassians.
Carlos Beltran.
And
Yeah.
oh wait, yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's Seska.
Seska. Yeah, Seska was a.
We need to get him a hat.
Yeah. Okay. So season 2.
That could
Better
really
than
that
season
could really
one.
tank us though. That could really sink.
It could help us. I don't know. It just depends.
To be fair, we have plausible deniability. We didn't give him that hat. We're keeping up with the Cardassians. We're not making Cardassia great again.
I know you wouldn't want to give that hat to like Jerry Ryan or Tim Russ because they are very outspoken progressive Democrats on X, Twitter, which, hey, that's kind of where I lean towards as well for progressive values. But they might.
But if you
not
want to know
appreciate
more
the
about
joke
that,
as
join us on Righty Tighty Lefty Loosey. Patreon.com/Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Episode 1 is out now.
$2 a month is a great deal.
$2.
Only $2.
Plus, you get like our videos
Mm-hmm.
and our nonsense.
Yeah.
And if you think the nonsense is here, it's a lot wilder there.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
You had the sale and then you ruined it. See, you could have just stopped at just $2, but then you said, if you think our nonsense is bad here, just go on there. You ruined the sale. You ruined it.
Oh my God. You guys would be the worst sales team ever.
We'd be a bad cop, good cop.
You're like, all right, listen, guys, sit down. Sit down. You haven't sold shit this month. We've sent you on 700 leads, and you have 3 sales.
I sent you,
and I think 2 of those are your brothers.
You just had to get the contract signed. That's it. And then they said no.
Everything was set up for you. You just go in there, you have them sign what they've already agreed to. They've already agreed to this. They just hadn't met you.
That's it.
And you guys go in there and you bring back 697 unsigned contracts.
Not only are they unsigned, but you came back with restraining orders.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of it, actually.
We're actually court ordered to not ever appear in Oakland County again.
Mm-hmm.
So, well done.
So you get a write-up for that.
I'd rather be ejected out of Macomb County.
That is a written reprimand.
I used to do sales. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
It's not fun. I used to do sales with, I was business development, but that's mainly sales, right? And
that's sales with syllables.
And I had to deal with bankruptcy attorneys all day.
Oh, fun.
Jesus.
That was rough.
Just like your mother likes it.
Bankruptcy. Nothing sounds less fun
than bankruptcy.
Like, there's no 2 words you could put together that would suck the life out of anything like bankruptcy attorney.
What's their number? Because it sucks the life out of them?
And here's the worst part. Like, a lot of my job was to go visit and talk with these people in person, right? I don't know if you would have thought this. Perhaps with intelligence you would. Bankruptcy attorneys aren't in the nicest parts of town.
No.
They're in, there was one I would go visit in Memphis who was the largest bankruptcy attorney at the time in the United States.
Like fat or like
no,
biggest?
Like the biggest player.
I know.
I mean, they would file like 600 cases a month in bankruptcy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was in a very dangerous area in Memphis. Very, very dangerous. But the barbecue was amazing. But
probably how they went bankrupt. All the food.
Oh, yeah, got to eat all that barbecue.
I know.
Got to get all that barbecue.
Dude.
Rendezvous in Memphis.
Maybe he was fat too.
Yeah, Mission barbecue. I could see how that could happen.
Dude, if you like barbecue so much, we need to do a road trip to Memphis. Memphis barbecue is just divine.
Road tripping with the Cardassians?
Yeah. Oh, that's another podcast
true.
On the network. Down. Oh, like a restaurant review. I'm down.
Eating up with the Cardassians.
Eating out with the Cardassians.
DTE. Oh. Can we call it DTE? Down to eat?
I think DTE Energy might have an issue with that.
Yeah, they would. They would absolutely.
Although once they heard it, they'd be like, "No, we're good. You're fine."
It can be DTF. Down to food.
Down to foodies.
Down to foodies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What, eating out with the Cardassians isn't good?
Eating out with the Cardassians.
I like that one.
I guess I didn't.
The Sex Education podcast.
Oh my God. Everyone. It's been great. No, it hasn't. It's been mediocre.
X.com. Oh, no. Why am I giving out? It's at Cardassians Pod on Twitter /X. Keeping _up _Cardassians on Instagram. Keeping Up with the Cardassians on Facebook and Patreon. At RTLL Podcast for Righty Tighty Lefty Lucy.
Bye, everyone.
RTLL Podcast.
Love y'all. See ya.